Need some new music to listen to in 2024? We are running through my top 230 favorite artists, and I'm slapping you with the best songs from each one. I tried to pick some unique or underrated songs, but in reality, some artists do really put their best foot forward in those big hit singles. Let's begin with my 230th favorite band and work our way up to the greatest bands of all time. Somewhere in this video, I do think I will be putting a list on screen of some honorable mentions. These are artists that I haven't officially ranked yet, but still need a big shout out because they're pretty great. Number 230 favorite band or artist of all time is the Black Crowes, and I'm going to go with the suggestion of Only a Fool. Number 229 is going to be Hanson, and I'm going to suggest that you listen to Weird if you think Bop is kind of stupid. Next up, 228 is Beastie Boys with Check It Out. My 227th favorite artist is Twisted, kind of an offshoot of the Insane Clown Posse, and I really like the deep cut Afraid of Me. Number 226 is Billy Idol, and we got to go with the classic Rebel Yell. Next up, 225 is Missy Elliott, and I'm going to recommend you listen to Work It. With the blah, blah. Candlebox, Far Behind is overplayed, so instead of that one, listen to You. 223 is Aaron Tippin in the country genre, and he's got a really great song called You've Got to Stand for Something. Next up, and I like a lot of different variety. You're going to see that in this list. 222, above Aaron Tippin, is Kitty, and they've got a metal song called What I've Always Wanted, which is really great. 221 is Ben Folds, Solo, Rockin' the Suburbs. 220, yes, R. Kelly has made my list, and he's got a really great song called I Wish, I Wish, I Wish. 219, John Fogerty. I love I Can't Take It No More, but it's not on streaming services, so let's say center field for the sake of this video. I am going to leave a link in the description of a big giant playlist for you with all these songs, okay? After John R. Kelly and John Fogerty, we got 218, Madonna, and I'm going to say Like a Prayer. 217 is going to Sting, and I really like Fields of Gold. 216 is Shaggy, and I love the song Hope. 215 is Jewel, and I love You Were Meant for Me. Number 214 is Beck, and my favorite Beck song is not Loser, it's Lost Cause. 213, God bless him, he just passed away, Toby Keith. And the song that I choose for him is As Good As I Once Was. Number 212 is another country artist with Sawyer Brown. Got a new album out, pretty good. But their best songs are Some Girls Do and Thank God for You. A lot of the country and pop stuff is towards the bottom of my list, but man, I love it all. We will get sort of heavy into rock and roll and punk and alternative as we get higher in my ranking system. Number 211, favorite band, Sublime. What I Got, the radio edit, because the album version is weird and I don't like it, but What I Got, either reprise or the radio edit. 210th favorite band is Tantric, with Astounded being my favorite track. 209, we have the only instance of a Christian rock band in this level, and I'm going to say listen to their song Tunnel. It's really great, really rocking. 208, we got a classic rock band, The Cure, Friday I'm in Love. 207th favorite band is AFI, A Fire Inside, and I love Third Season. I heard Third Season, and then they sort of just transformed. As soon as I heard that song, they transformed into a different band. Very strange, very strange. Number 206, we got Filter with Picture. 205, we got another country star in Joe Diffie. He's got a song called Bigger Than the Beatles that's pretty good. Then we got a rapper at 204, Nelly, Ride With Me. 203, we got Iggy Pop, again showing this variety that I enjoy. And Iggy Pop has a great song featuring Green Day called Private Hell. I suggest that one. He's got some other ones with Green Day, but that one's the best one. 202 is a little band called Stroke 9, and they are more than a little black backpack. They also sing about 100 girls, and I like that quite a bit. 201 is Kenny Chesney. I've been considering bumping him off my list, but When the Sun Goes Down is pretty good. 200 is a little tiny Canadian band called Default, and they've got a great song called Wasting My Time. 199, I actually got to see the lead singer of this band recently. This is Saliva. And Josie Scott he's doing like Josie Scott Saliva. And but the band, my favorite song by them is Survival of the Sickest. It's a standalone single now for some reason. 198. Now we're in the 100s. Thank the Lord. We're going pretty quick. Newfound Glory. My Friends Over You. That's the song that really gets it for me here. Here's another band that gets a lot of hatred. My 197th favorite band is Theory of a Dead Man, and Hate My Life is a lot of fun. 196 is Lifehouse, and I like Hanging by a Moment. 195 is Vertical Horizon, and I like Everything You Want. That's the song that got me into them. Number 194 is unique in that it's one of the only dance artists that I listen to, and that is Fatboy Slim, and I suggest the Rockefeller Skank. Skank is a dance. Yes, skank, you're a dance. 193 is country singer John Anderson, and Seminole Wind is the track that I would recommend from him. Now, the Funk Soul Brother right about now. Number 192 is Fountains of Wayne, and my favorite song by them is not the popular one, but Hey Julie, look what you're doing to me, trying to tear me up, trying to wear me down. Check it out. Super catchy. Number 191 is Chevelle, and I would recommend The Red. 190 is Bruce Springsteen, the Boss, and my favorite Boss song is Devils and Dust. 189, we're finally getting into some 90s alternative rock, thank the Lord. Better Than Ezra, Desperately Wanting. Number 188, we go to Hank Williams Jr., and he's got a lot of great songs. The F Word is hilarious. OD'd in Denver, and that was a random Green Day reference with FOD, so that was nice. American Hi-Fi is a band, and I like the song The Geek Gets the Girl. For some reason, I don't know why I like that one. 186, Bon Jovi. Got a new album coming out, but I like right now, my favorite is Living on a Prayer. I know that's the popular pick, but it is what it is. 185 is Moby, and I love some natural blues. 184 is the Ben Folds 5 Band, and I like the song Do It Anyway. My 183rd favorite band is Edema, and I like The Way You Like It. 182, this band is playing here tonight. I don't think I'm going to go, but ZZ Top, and I'm a leg man myself. 181 is the Eagles. I like Take It Easy. And 180, I'm pretty proud of this kind of weird off-the-wall pick. This is Paradigm. He was at one time, he's the guy that replaced Uncle Kracker in Kid Rock's Twisted Brown Trucker Band, but he's got a solo career of rap music, and he's got a song called Rockstar Shit, which is pretty good. I don't think you can stream it anywhere, so let's recommend People Who Died. His cover of that is really interesting. 179, and you know these guys, Sugar Ray. And I'm partial to Answer the Phone. I know that you're home. I want to get you. We got to get through this list, though. 178, I got a classic rock band in Cheap Trick. And I recommend If You Want My Love and, of course, Surrender. Those are my two favorites. 178, again showing the diversity that I listen to, is Lil Wayne. Now, my favorite song by him is not streaming either. It's called Playing with Fire, and you really need to hear it because that's the greatest rap song ever. It's just find Playing with Fire. It's worth it. But since we don't have that one, we're going to say 6'7", because I had my heart broken by this woman named Tammy. But hoes going to be hoes, so I couldn't blame Tammy. Just talk to mom. I told her she the greatest. I beat the beat up. I call it self-defense. Pow, pow, DN. I said, like Seacrest. Okay. 176, Incubus. My favorite song is Megalomaniac. 175 is a little band called Lit. They went from punk to country and did pretty good. But My Own Worst Enemy is the best song by them still. Their country stuff's good though. 174, we got Nas. And my favorite song by him, I cannot say the actual title, but it's The Word, Slave and the Master. And that's my favorite Nas song. Train, I like their new one called AM Gold. That's pretty good. Britney Spears is coming in at 172, and I like Hit Me Baby One More Time. Check out Tenacious D's version. They are coming up on the list. Number 171, we got Tim McGraw with Don't Take the Girl being my recommendation. 170, I get a lot of flack for this. Pink Floyd are my 170th favorite artist. I really like Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. 169, Maroon 5 with Payphone as my recommendation. 168, Clint Black. We still got country in the mix with a good run of Bad Luck. 167 is Smashing Pumpkins, and my favorite song is Tonight Tonight. 166 is Drowning Pool with Bodies Hit the Floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. 165 is another artist you can't stream anymore. Neil Young. Keep on rocking in the free world, Neil. Then we got 164, Unwritten Law, and one of my favorite songs of all time is Save Me. If you haven't noticed, I really like sad songs a lot. So we got my 163rd favorite band, Jimmy Eat World with Pain. 162 favorite artist is Hank Williams III, and my favorite song by Hank III is going to be Dick and Dixie. It's hilarious, it's vulgar. He's putting a lot of things in a lot of things in that one. 161 is a big band, AC/DC, and my favorite AC/DC song is Money Talks. Right above AC/DC is Outkast, and my favorite Outkast song is Ghetto Music. Oh yeah, that's a good one. 159 is Cake, and I love Shadow Stabbings, and also their War Pigs cover is pretty interesting. 158, we got classic rock Bob Seger with Main Street. I love that. 157 is the artist Everlast. I got into him in the 90s and keep up with him. And you've heard that one song, What It's Like, but have you heard Ends? Ends. That's the really good one. 156, Toad the Red Sprocket, and I like Something's Always Wrong. 155 is Andrew W.K. He was just mentioned on the Offspring podcast. He's such a cool guy, but Party Hard is his really, really good song. And at 154, we have Dave Matthews Band, and I love, love, love Crush. That was the song. That's the Dave Matthews Band song. Number 153, we got some pop coming in the mix with Katy Perry. And I love Last Friday Night, The One That Got Away, and Circle the Drain. Listen to a bunch of Katy Perry. That stuff's good. 152, we got Jay-Z, and I love 99 Problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but I gotta get through this list. 151 is POD, And my favorite POD song is Anything Right off of Satellite. Moving right along, we are at 150 with Leonard Skinner. And you gotta love Simple Man and Freebird. I can't pick up a guitar without playing one of those. 149, we got Hinder and Lips of an Angel. Probably one of, it's good. 148, we have the Wallflowers, and I love One Headlight or The Difference, or really any of their songs are good, but One Headlight, we'll say that's the highlight is the headlight. 147, we have Jet with Cold Hard Bitch. 146, we got Hootie and the Blowfish with Let Her Cry. We got 145, John Mellencamp. Oh, he's got a heartbreaking one. It's called A Ride Back Home. And I just listened to it earlier today. Just wrecked me. Just absolutely sobbing in the floor. It's a heartbreaking song about just struggling with life in some really dark, dark ways. If you can emotionally handle it, John Mellencamp, A Ride Back Home. Now we got classic rock, Fleetwood Mac. And Go Your Own Way is a classic, but a deeper cut is Say You Will. I like those two. I love the poppy side of Fleetwood Mac. 143, we got the country band Big and Rich, and they've got a great song called When the Devil Gets the Best of Me. 142 takes me back to the 90s with L.E.N., Lynn, and they've got a song called Feeling All Right. I know you've heard their big hit, Steal My Sunshine, but Feeling All Right, it's kind of a little bit different than that one. Foreigner is my 141st band, and I like the song Lonely Children. My dad used to play that when I was growing up, and it was great. In all the home movies and stuff. Lonely Children of the Night. 140, we got Fuel with Shimmer. 139, we got Alanis Morissette, and my favorite is Hand in My Pocket. Then we got 138, Hollywood Undead with Everywhere We Go. 137 is Collective Soul, and they were on the Scream 2 soundtrack with She Said. Mudvayne is 136, and I love Happy. Very happy Mudvayne. 135 is the White Stripes, and they've got a deep, deep cut called It's My Fault for Being Famous. Whoa, one of my favorite songs of all time. Check that one out for sure. So funny about paparazzi and old ladies slapping Jack White real nasty ways. It's crazy. It exists. 134 is My Immortal, I gave you the song first, by Evanescence. I couldn't really get into Evanescence in a big way, but that song, love it. 133, the Black Eyed Peas with My Humps, My Lovely Lady Lumps. What you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk? This is a wild list, guys. Tracy Lawrence, country singer, I'm gonna give it to Texas Tornado, and I gotta give it to him for, he had these like concept videos back in the day where each video would run into the next, and he was like jumping through portals. I don't know if he was time traveling or sliding like sliders, but it was really cool. Texas Tornado. Some more country. Garth Brooks is 131. He's not on streaming platforms either, the jerk, but The Thunder Rolls is on there, so we can listen to that, the live version. This is where my list kind of, you might have thought it got weird already. But 130 is the Insane Clown Posse. I am a juggalo. I mean, you can tell that I'm a juggalo by looking at me. But they've got one called the Bleep Hotline. I suggest that one, and it's off the Hell album. And If I Was a Serial Killer, The Unveiling, and Miracles. Those songs will make you a juggalo as well. If you listen to those songs, Hotline, If I Was a Serial Killer, Unveiling, and Miracles, if you listen to them all at once, they will mail you some face paint. 129, Goo Goo Dolls. And I love Sympathy from Goo Goo Dolls. 128, I've got a real interesting one here. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. I love Red Right Hand, Death Is Not the End, and Dig Lazarus Dig. You got 3 recommendations from that mof. Oaf. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Not Nick Cave solo. He's not on my list yet. 127, we got Blessed Union of Souls. Walking Off the Buzz is the good song. 126 is Dwight Yoakam with Fast As You or 1,000 Miles from Nowhere. 125th favorite artist is Alan Jackson, and I love the song Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning, that September day. 124, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Tom Petty solo is a different place in the list. Tom Petty with Heartbreakers, I love the song For Real. 123 is Bush with Come Down. 122 is, Chumbawamba with Tub Thumping. Now that's a weird band. Tub Thumping is an outlier for them. That's all I'll say. 121 is Soundgarden. I know most of you guys probably have those up higher, but Fell on Black Days is my favorite. 120 is Stone Temple Pilots, and I had to give them 2 songs, Interstate Love Song and Big Empty. I think Big Empty might be my favorite one. 119 is Third Eye Blind, and my favorite song is Jumper. I Wish You Would Step Back, my friend. If you don't want to speak to me again, I would understand. 118, but quickly dropping, is Kanye West with Jesus Walks being my recommendation. 117, now we're getting into the punk stuff. Dropkick Murphys with Walk Away. 116 is Wednesday 13. Really nice guy. I've met him. Really great. My favorite song is Skeletons AD. 115th favorite band, Rolling Stones. And I recommend the new one, Whole Wide World. 114, Rob Zombie. I love Two Lane Blacktop or the House of 1,000 Corpses song. 113, we got the Bloodhound Gang. And yeah, they're kind of stupid, but they have a song called Foxtrot, Uniform, Charlie, Kilo. It's a song about innuendo. It's a song built of innuendo. Put the you-know-what in the you-know-where pronto. 112, right above the Bloodhound Gang, we got the Police. Message in a Bottle. I was not excited to listen to the Police, but when I did, it's so good. They sound way better. Like, you think they would be boring, and they're not boring. Right above the Police, however, is Limp Bizkit. How did the Police get in between Limp Bizkit and Bloodhound Gang? They should be arresting both of those bands. Dad Vibes. Something about a rhino. 110, I'm a little... this one might need to come off the list too. Aaron Lewis with his solo material. I do like the Whiskey and You, however. 109 goes to Elton John and I Want Love. 108 is Simple Plan, I'd Do Anything. 107, this is a very, very small band called H2O. They've got a great song called Role Model that you need to hear. 106 is Sheryl Crow, and Every Day is a Winding Road is such a special song because it was the first time that I'd really been introduced to alternative rock way back in '96. I'll never forget, I was in middle school and I heard it and I'm like, what in the crap is that? At home I just heard like Queen and the Monkees and the Beatles, and then Sheryl Crow. Just screw the Beatles. Sheryl Crow made me a punk rocker that I am today. A punk rocker, a juggalo. It all started with Sheryl Crow. Number 105, we're almost in my top 100 bands, Pennywise. And I suggest you listen to God Save the USA. That band is crazy. There's some crazy dudes in Pennywise. 104 is Cletus T. Judd, and he's got a song called She's Got a Butt Bigger Than the Beatles. 103. These guys get a lot of crap too. Puddle of Mud. But I'm going to give you a song that might make you like them a little better if you like the stupid stuff. They've got a really great song called Bring Me Down off the first record. 102. This is getting into the really good musicians now. No Doubt. My favorite No Doubt song is Sunday Morning, without a doubt. 101 is Avril Lavigne with Skater Boy. I spelled it correctly because that really made me not like her with all the 8s and the whatever. 100. The 100th favorite band is The Used, and I'm going to recommend Blood on My Hands. 99, we got Gwen Stefani, another solo artist, going from No Doubt to herself. She outranks them a little bit. I'm surprised about that. And I loved her song, What You Waiting For. 98 is a pretty obscure guy named MC Lars. He's got a song called Hot Topic Is Not Punk Rock, and it's hilarious. 97 is Ozzy Osbourne's solo, and my favorite Ozzy song is I Just Want You. 96 is Nickelback, and I like Far Away. Just put your comment in the comment section. I'm just being honest here. 95, right above Nickelback, is Aerosmith with Tastes of India. 94, not 1994. 94 is Blues Traveler, and while they are way better than this one song, it's Run Around. It's just a great song. 93 is Social Distortion, and these guys have some of the best music of all time in Angel's Wings and Reach for the Sky. You can also try to find some videos of them doing these songs acoustically. Those two songs just destroy me emotionally. I almost can't even listen to them sometimes because they just emotionally Social Distortion, punk rock. 92 is Adele, and I recommend Hello. 91 is a hard to Google band called Live, having a lot of turmoil, but they have some really great music called Sanctity of Dreams and Heaven. I feel like I'm kind of in the minority there. I really like that album more than their big hits and stuff. 90, The Counting Crows, and I love The Rain King and Long December because I'm all about some sad songs, man. 89 is Hole, and I like Celebrity Skin by Hole. 88 is REM, and I have a very contrary pick for song. You probably haven't heard it because everybody hated this REM album, The Outsiders. It's the only REM song to feature a rap vocal, and it's really great. Number 87, Sugar Cult, and I recommend What You Say over some of their more well-known hits. Number 86, I promised you Tenacious D was coming back, and we got Tribute, or Hit Me Baby One More Time. It's going to be in the playlist in the description. 85, we got Avenged Sevenfold. I saw them live before they were popular, and I didn't get it. I didn't know what they were doing. They were screaming and just, I think it was at a Warped Tour. I went to an early Warped Tour, and nobody knew who Avenged Sevenfold was. But I love Unbound from the Untitled album. 84, favorite band is Pearl Jam. And I love Riot Act, and I love Love Boat Captain. That's my favorite Pearl Jam song. 83 is Johnny Cash, and holy crap, this guy has an infinity of music. But The Man Comes Around, and There You Go. Those are the two. Johnny Cash has like 80,000 songs. Man Comes Around, and There You Go. They were featured in TV shows. The Man Comes Around was in a Terminator show, and There You Go was in that weird, I don't know, it was in some TV show. Number 82 favorite band is Creedence Clearwater Revival and Bad Moon Rising. It was the first thing I could play on guitar. Just do 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 do. You know what Bad Moon Rising sounds like. 81, 3 Days Grace. We've talked a lot about them here on the channel. Animal I've Become is my favorite. 80th favorite band, Buckcherry. I got a weird song pick. Cream. Cream on me, you will always be my deepest love. Is it loss or love? We will never know unless we Google it, and then we'll forget. 79, Rage Against the Machine. Confusing political opinions across the world. Killing in the Name Of. Local bands are taking this, and every local band I see is ending with Killing in the Name Of. And it works. It just works. It gets everybody pumped up. It gets a bunch of little kids saying, F you, I won't do what you tell me. It gets their parents saying that. It gets Democrats and Republicans and libertarians and fishermen and that roly-poly down there. It just gets us all riled up, right? I'm a roly-poly. Number 78, I wish they were higher. Queen. And you got to give it up for Under Pressure. I actually like the MCR and used version. That's a really good version of Queen as well. My 77th favorite artist is D12, and you should listen to Just Like You when you're by yourself. It's pretty offensive, pretty nasty stuff. Some of the nastiest lyrics you will hear. Just Like You by D12. 76 is the hated band Creed. I like What's This Life For. 75, we got Boston. More Than a Freaking Feeling. 74, we got Rob Thomas going solo from Matchbox 20. Now Comes the Night is a song about dying, and it's fantastic. 73 is Pink with an exclamation mark, and I like her song Last to Know. It was produced by Tim Armstrong. Really great stuff. 72 is Korn. Right Now is my angry song, and Alone I Break is just my all-the-time favorite Korn song. Number 71, we got some more new metal with Disturbed, and I like Prayer the best. 70, we got more new metal with Godsmack, and I like the new one, Truth. 69, we got Three Doors Down, Landing in London. 68, we got Eminem with White America. This is going to make some people mad. My 67th favorite artist of all time is the Beatles, and I'm going to recommend Oh Darling. Although I really could have picked so many Beatles songs. Oh Darling, It Won't Be Long, that could have been an alternate pick. 66th favorite band right above the Beatles, Rancid. I like Rancid better than the Beatles, with Other Side off their album Indestructible. Check that one out. 65, we got the only comedian, Weird Al, to make the list, Albuquerque. The song's like 5 hours long, and it's hilarious. 64th favorite band or artist is Guns N' Roses, or In Roses, right? And my favorite Guns N' Roses song is One in a Million. I know it's a controversial song, but it sounds good, and I enjoy it. 63 is Bowling for Soup. I've seen this band a couple of times, and I've got an interesting pick by them. It's Pictures He Drew, which is an old song, really emotional and not so goofy. So check that side out of Bowling for Soup. 62 is Sum 41, and Still Waiting. I know that's like the popular pick, but it's a great song. 61 is Alien Ant Farm with Homage, but since Homage is not available to stream right now, let's just say Glow. Alien Ant Farm got a new album coming out pretty soon. Very excited about that. Number 60 is the Fall Out Boys. Kidding, that's what my dad calls Fall Out Boy. This ain't a scene, it's a arms race. That was my favorite era of Fall Out Boy. 59, right above Fall Out Boy, we got Tom Petty solo with I Won't Back Down. 58, we got Institute, the side project of Bush and or Bush frontman Gavin Rossdale, and my favorite song by them is Ambulance. There are only so many ambulances. That's disturbing. Number 57, we got a boy band making a rare appearance with LFO and Summer Girls. That boy band, so good. I think every member is now deceased. But I bought their second album, and it is fantastic. They write their own music, they produce the music, and I think they play instruments as well. So they're not really a boy band. They were just kind of looked like a boy band and sounded like a boy band, but they're not like super produced because they're the producers. 56 best band ever is Papa Roach. Between Angels and Insects are the highlight of their career for me. Seether, Nobody Praying for Me. That is, that's so good. Now 54, we got some classic rock with The Who, and I am so in love with this song. It's Real Good Looking Boy, and I just got to talk about this one a little bit. This song is a story about a child being abused and growing up, and then there's like a little section that's a tribute to Elvis, and then there's this, it's just this epic story of being an abused child, loving Elvis, and then growing up to be a healthier person and finding true love. Real Good Looking Boy. And the title is kind of weird, but when his mom tells him, son, you know you're an ugly boy, you don't really look like him. In this long line, there's been some strange genes, and you got 'em all. You got 'em all with some extra thrown in. There's another line in that song. God gave him a face, but he gave me something above. God gave me your grace, and he gave me your sweet, sweet, sweet love. I'll be doing this video with tears in my eyes, man. These songs are so good. This next one will get me cheered up, though. My 53rd favorite band is the Metallicas, with So What being the song that you need to hear. So what, you boy little thought? Who cares? Who cares what you do? You do! From Garage Inc. I know it's a cover. Now we got 52, Serj Tankian going solo from System of a Down. That Empty Walls. The Empty Walls. 51, we got to talk about my number 51 favorite band, Smash Mouth. Forget All Star. We know. Hey now, forget it. This band is great. They have 7, 8 albums. They're just amazing. And off of Fu Shu Mang, the album that had Walking on the Sun, they have a song called Pet Names, which is hilarious, filthy, and just a punk rock masterpiece. Smash Mouth are punk rock. A lot of their singles don't tell that story, but that is a punk rock band if there ever was one. And sometimes I think they watch this channel. Number 50 favorite band of all time is Distillers. It's City of Angels. Got to go with the popular one on that one. 49, right above Distillers, is U2. This band gets hated on a lot. They're not like Nickelback hate, but people got so mad that they gave us a free album. Window in the Skies is my favorite U2 song. 48 is the Bare Naked Ladies, who were at one time my number 1 favorite band, but things went wrong somewhere in their catalog. The Bare Naked Ladies have a lot of songs. I'm going to say Go Home, Tonight is the Night I Fell Asleep at the Wheel, and The Flag. So Go Home has the Bare Naked Ladies' only F word. Tonight is the night I fell asleep at the wheel is an epic like concept song about someone dying in a car wreck. It's crazy. And the flag is for if you think that the Bare Naked Ladies are goofy, you will listen to the flag and you will cry your freaking eyes out. Listen to their album Gordon and you will realize that Bare Naked Ladies are not a goofy joke band. Number 47, Ramones. Poison Heart. It's the best Ramones song. 46, we got Courtney Love. You can leave a comment if you want to. But Courtney Love has a song called Mono that is one of the greatest rock songs of all time. It does kind of have lyrics that seem like it's about Kurt Cobain. But, I think that's just kind of the Cobain effect on Foo Fighters and Courtney Love and Hole. 45 is an interesting pick with Savage Garden, kind of a poppy, pop group. Two Beds and a Coffee Machine. I love to cry a lot, so that's a heartbreaking song right there. 44, The Clash. Death or Glory. Thank you, Jesse Malin, or Malin, or however you say that. He did a great cover of that. Really helped get me into The Clash. 43, we got Blue October. I love the color bands. Blue October have a bunch of songs. Picking Up the Pieces, The End, The Flight, and Any Man in America. All of these will ruin you. I would say I can't even pick between those songs, but listen to all of those. Again, Picking Up the Pieces, The End, The Flight, Any Man in America. 42, we got some punk rock. Bad Religion, American Jesus, or God's Love. They're the best Christian rock band ever. Love their, what I call quadruple sarcasm. That's what Bad Religion are doing. It's very confusing, but Christian rock. Meatloaf is coming in at number 41. Oh my God, I loved listening to Meatloaf's entire catalog. But there's really nothing better than Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Number 40. This is a band, I think we've mentioned a few of these, that are not on streaming platforms. It's really frustrating when I'm trying to get all my stuff together on Spotify. And Eve 6, one of the best bands ever, are not there. But Good Lives and Victoria by them are on there. So Good Lives and Victoria, the greatest Eve 6 songs of all time. Number 39, we got The Killers. I never expected to be a huge fan of The Killers, but gosh dang, this is insane. I don't like Christmas music, but both of my favorite Killers songs are Christmas songs. Joseph, Better Than You Than Me with Elton John, and Don't Shoot Me, Santa Claus. Perfect songs. Number 38, we got Stone Sour, and my favorite Stone Sour song is number 3. Now we got a classic 90s band. 37, we got Red Hot Chili Peppers, and my favorite songs are Easily, or Wet Sand. Rip roaring right through this. We got my 36th favorite band is Matchbox 20. With my favorite song being Back to Good. And a mic check there. Number 35, we got Alkaline Trio. And the song I recommend is Sadie G. Sadie G. 34, favorite band is Pinhead Gunpowder with a cover of Song of My Returning. Another tearjerker. My 33rd favorite musician is Marilyn Manson. I've got an interesting pick with Evidence from Eat Me, Drink Me. You're so sudden sweet and your legs knuckle knees. Heads blown clean off, your mouth paid off. Can't sing the rest of that on this video. I could. 32, we got a little tiny band called Rehab. And I'll recommend Last Tattoo because I know you've already heard the Bartender song. I fell in love with a lot of these one-hit wonders that you guys call them, and then find that they have 10, 12 albums of greatness. And Rehab, they are one of the best live bands I've ever seen. It's incredible, even with the different lineups and things. Really great. 31, we are into the Foo Fighters with Dear Rosemary. That is the best Foo Fighters song. Forget all those other ones. Dear Rosemary. Now we're in my top 30 bands with Velvet Revolver, Do It for the Kids. 29th favorite band, My Chemical Romance, The Sharpest Lives. Hands down their greatest song. Number 28, we got the Sex Pistols. I'm sure they're happy to be right next to My Chemical Romance. And I love Bodies. The song, Bodies. Bodies by Sex Pistols, Bodies by Drowning Pool. I'm sure everybody's got a song called Bodies. They're all pretty good. Bodies, be good. Now we got 27, Murder Dolls. A little bit of a hip choice there. And the song is called I Love to Say Fuck. I'll never forget, I was a teenager, and I just had to show my mom the video, the live performance of I Love to Say Fuck. Because it was so funny, I had to. Wednesday 13 has an umbrella that has the F word, and he's spinning it. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then he gets some toothpaste and toothbrush, and he starts brushing his teeth, and he's spinning an umbrella. I love to say fuck! And he now we got, it's funny because the Murder Dolls are a Slipknot offshoot, and Slipknot are my 26th favorite band. I'm going to recommend you hear Sarcastrophe. Sarcastrophe. I guess that's how you say Sarcastrophe. Off of their Grey Chapter album. That's their best song. Screw the debut. Number 25 favorite band of all time is Gorillaz with El Mañana. That is The Tomorrow, or Boy Tomorrow, I guess. Number 24 band is Good Charlotte, and The River is the best song by them. Glad that was a single with the Avenged Sevenfold feature. Gosh dang, that worked incredibly well. That you never think Good Charlotte and Avenged Sevenfold. Amazing. Baptized in the river, I'm delivered, I'm delivered. Number 23 favorite band of all time is Audioslave, and Be Yourself is my anthem. 22, we got Everclear, and I am so happy that these guys, they used to be my number one band too, but they did have a little bit decline, like the Bare Naked Ladies and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. But Everclear have an anti-racism song called Heart Spark $. There's a line in Heart Spark $, that says, there's a lot of lines in it, but you're possessed with a power bigger than the pain. All right. My 21st favorite band is Living by Words. You guys have all heard of them, and they've only got one song on streaming services out of their 20-something albums. I'm going to say Candy Paint Remark. There's a reason they put that one on Spotify. It's just because it's really great. 20th favorite band. We're now in the top 20 bands of all time. The Offspring. And you know what my favorite Offspring song is? Want You Bad. I want you all tattooed. Grow out those highlights. It's just a fun song. Number 19, Weezer. Weezer and Offspring are always kind of neck and neck for my 19th or 20th favorite band. Weezer's 19 right now, and I love heart songs. I love it when a song talks about music so much, and Weezer really does a great one there off the Red album. Number 18, Boxcar Racer. And my favorite Boxcar Racer song is There Is. Number 17, NoFX. I never would imagine that NoFX would be my 17th favorite band, but wow. Songs like Substitute and Is It Too Late? Is It Too Soon If Time Is Relative? Substitute, Is It Too Soon If Time Is Relative? And Transvestite. I can't live without any of those NoFX songs. But their catalog is just freaking amazing. So like 80% of NoFX is just perfect. Number 16, I've been listening to Linkin Park a lot. And my favorite Linkin Park song is Given Up. We are working on a video, I am, about Linkin Park's new greatest hits collection. Given Up is not on there. And I'm furious about it. They missed like, I know it's a greatest hits compilation, but they skipped like 15 Linkin Park singles. A bunch of them were number ones, and they just skipped them. It's freaking ridiculous. Linkin Park, I'm making a video about you. Number 15, Kid Rock. A little bit embarrassing in 2024, but his song Single Father is not embarrassing. Number 14, we got Nirvana. You guys may remember them from Smells Like Teen Spirit and the Baby Man lawsuits. That's what they're known for now. But my favorite Nirvana song is They Hung Him on a Cross. Again, the Christian rock is just amazing. On a cross, they hung him on a cross. They hung him on a cross for me. One day when I was lost, they hung him on a cross. They whipped him up the hill for me. Lucky number 13. Favorite band of all time. Maybe this one, well, I feel like this band kind of stays away from their solo frontman enough to make it not so weird. Staind gets a little bit of hate too, but I don't care. They're my 13th favorite band. And my favorite Staind song is Schizophrenic Conversations from Chapter 5. Really emotional, really heartfelt, inner turmoil. Number 12, we got kind of a similar band with Cold. And my favorite Cold song is The Day Seattle Died, about Kurt Cobain and Lane Staley. And Check Please. Check Please is a song about addiction, and it's like, I can quit anytime I want. I can't stop anytime I want. Nothing in this world will tell me to. And then at the end, it's like, loving you might even kill me. And it's really just emotional stuff. And the day Seattle died, I'm more of a Nirvana fan than Alice in Chains. And when Scooter Ward sings that we could all feel the shotgun hit the floor. Never mind in faith if you can't believe. Number 11 favorite band of all time is Shinedown, with 90.41% of their catalog being great. Unity is my favorite Shinedown song, and for some reason, I associate this song with the TV show Lost. Like, I was listening to this song and watching the TV show Lost at the same time, and it somehow kind of tells the story of Lost. It just makes sense. Can you hear me out there? I've been searching for you day and night. Maybe that's why. He's searching for them and they're lost. There you go. That would be weird if Brent Smith like rescued the people of Lost. Show cut short, right? Roll the credits. Now we're in my top 10 favorite bands, and this is where things get serious. And we couldn't have a more serious band than Blink 182. And my favorite Blink 182 song is Remember to Forget Me. Yes, it is from the Rainbow album 9. Speaking of number 9, we have Against Me, the 9th greatest artist ever to exist. With Thrash Unreal, Because of the Shame, and Bamboo Bones. But I just gotta say, as we get this far up in the list, every Against Me song could be here, really. Number 8, Scars on Broadway, the System of a Down side project. And you gotta hear Chemicals for a good dirty laugh. And then you gotta hear Till the End for a really wholesome family kind of vibe. I associate Till the End with When My Son Was Born. It seems like a song about a father and son. So Chemicals when nobody else is around, and then when you're with your family, Till the End. That's what you should do. Chemicals is really crazy. Come eat some chemicals with me. Come madness. I'm feeling scared. Working around and nobody there. When I say bleep the world, are you ready to rock? Cause you bleep on my bleep, I'll bleep on your bleep. Oh man. Number 7. Flogging Molly. Celtic punk band. Really cool. But my favorite song, I love the sadness, the sad songs. And Flogging Molly, wow, do they have some sad songs. Whistle the Wind. It's about getting older and struggling through life. Someone told me you were doing okay, but somehow I guess they were wrong. God. Number 6, we have the Transplants. Members of Rancid and Blink-182, and this really amazing rapper who's since disappeared, Skinhead Rob, the greatest rapper of all time. The Transplants have, I'd say they're perfect. They have like 4 perfect records. One of them's a cover album, but they have a song called Madness, which is the greatest rock song and greatest rap song in one. It's got, oh my God. Just the bars on Madness are insane. Insane. Madness! Oh, it's kind of like Chemicals. Huh. I like songs about madness. What can I say? We are now in my top 5 artists with some song recommendations. System of a Down. Forget Chop Suey. We got Stealing Society. One of the best songs of all time. Number 4, Plus 44. And the song that I want to recommend by Plus 44, this is a Blink-182 offshoot as well, is 155. You can't sing the vocals to it. It's like all the vocals overlap. So it's like, this is not the time or place for us to speak like this. But as you're singing that, it's like, in a different time or place, a little bit of sense. You can't sing along to it. It's very frustrating because it's the greatest song ever recorded. Number 3, a little bit embarrassing, but I shouldn't be embarrassed about my musical taste. Number 3 is Uncle Kracker, and my favorite song by him is back in his earlier days where he rapped, called Better Days. Really good rap stuff from early Uncle Kracker discography. And you know what? I'm not embarrassed about Uncle Kracker. He's got, it's like 60 songs that he has in his catalog, and none of them are bad. I'd say not all of them are like Bohemian Rhapsody or Paint It Black, but or the Macarena. But man, he's just got 60 songs that are just solid, There's no bad ones from Uncle Kracker, but Better Days is the best one. My second favorite band of all time is the Viagra Boys. You know what it spells. I understand they've had some issues with being called that. The company doesn't like it. Fans don't like it. Nobody likes it. But you know, it's a funny band name. They've got some real. They're 100%. They are 100% rocking through and through. So I recommend every song, every album. But I'll give you some choice picks. Return to Monkey and the Cognitive Trade-Off Hypothesis are must listens. Must listens. You must. You must. You must. You must. Return to Monkey. Return to Monkey. Now, we're going to cheat a little bit on my number one favorite band because they're so good that every offshoot of this band has some highlights. So we got to go through all of their side projects, or most of their side projects. Number one is Green Day, which includes, in my list, the Foxborough Hot Tubs, something called The Network. I don't know why that's in any relation to Green Day, but they're in here. Rodeo Queens, Billy Joe and Nora. So Green Day, Tubbies, Network, Rodeo Queens, and Billy Joe and Nora. From Green Day, I'm going to say Too Dumb to Die is the one song I would recommend you listen to. The Rodeo Queens, which is Jesse Malin and Green Day, I would say Depression Times because it's their only song and it's perfect. Rodeo Queens, 100% rocking, right? And then we got the Foxborough Hot Tubs, which are not Green Day, but they're in this list for some reason. And the Foxborough Hot Tub song that I would recommend is Pieces of Truth. Now, the masked vigilantes of the network, who are sometimes known as friends of Green Day or enemies of Green Day, I would say that my favorite song by them is currently Amnesia Vagabond with Van Gogh on vocals. Very, very cool. Very, very hip. And I want to end on this one because this one's kind of interesting. You know, Billy Joe and Nora. That album is so emotional and so cool. They recreated Songs Our Daddy Taught Us by the Everly Brothers, and they really the highlight of that amazing album is Down in the Willow Garden. If you play guitar, you have to play Down in the Willow Garden. You have to play it. You have to sing it. It's a song about someone. It's a really, really, really dark song. And man, you don't want to go into that willow garden, but you want it to go into your ears. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I was going to put a big block of text on the screen, but I don't think anybody would pay any attention to that. So pay attention to me as I ramble off some more bands that you need to check out. Co-Defendants with Abscessed, Highly Suspect with Fly, Canals and 16, Ghost with Spillways, Glorious Sons, Panic Attack, The Hives, Two Kind of Trouble, Oliver Tree, Hurt, Alex Cameron, Divorce, Far From Born Again, Panic at the Disco, Middle of a Breakup, Idols, Mr. Motivator, and that is the conclusion of song recommendations. Now we're going to blast through a bunch of artists. Soft Play, Ouija Mac, Skindred, Teenage Bottle Rocket, Interrupters, Four in the Strange Band, The Misfits, Machine Gun Kelly, never heard of that guy, Drug Church, Corey Taylor, Arcade Fire, Jack White, Junior Brown, Demi Lovato, Youngblood, Tyler Cassidy, Cleopatra, Cage the Elephant, Bad Flower, Sarah and the Safe Word, Elvis Costello, Gail, Brandon Flowers, Billy Talent, Twista, Semisonic, White Reaper, The Strokes, Violent Soho, Afro Man, Creeper, Carr, Laura Jane Grace, Jessie May Lynn, Code Orange, Perfect Circle, Queens of the Stone Age, Tool, No Use for a Name, Dury, Blackstone Cherry, Flowbots, Nora Jones, Her, Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend, Ryan Adams, Mystic Knights of the Cobra, the Dixie Chicks, the Chicks, Rihanna, Flaw, Mushroom Head, The Calling, Craven Melon, Handsome Devil, Avoid One Thing, Trapped, Stereophonics, Sean Mullins, Seven Mary 3, Semisonic, Saving Abel, Sixpence None the Richer, Saint Estonia, Rivers Cuomo Solo, Remy Zero, Trapped, Interpol, Gin Blossoms, Fun, Flyleaf, Florence and the Machines, Finger 11. Some of these are alphabetical. Fine Young Cannibals, Fastball, Dead by Sunrise, AWOL Nation, Four Non Blondes, 303, Whole Wheat Bread, Alice Cooper, Mara, Trail of the Dead, Something Corporate, Chic, Dudin, Chic, Durston, Dustin, Dudin, whoever that guy is, Aphex Twin, Eddie Driscoll and Hugh Escubans. My typing's bad. Stone Age, B-52s, Liam Lynch, Blind Melon, REO Speedwagon, Black Hawk, City High, Dust for Life, Straight Up, Lost Prophets, From Zero, Junior Brown, The Fugees, Smile Empty Soul, Sister Hazel, Thursday, David Gray, Michael Jackson, Pam Tillis, Sharon Carpenter, Mary Chapin Carpenter, Patty Loveless, Tracy Chapman, Thermostat, Faces Unturned, Trauma Slave, Unslaved, Living Through Chemistry, Wayland, Signs of Iris, Today the Moon, Tomorrow the Sun, Islander, and Grown Up Avengers Stuff.